How I knew I was Muslim within the first 7 verses of the Quran. This is crazy. So I was Christian my whole life. I went to Christian school, I did Sunday schools, I did vacation Bible schools, I did Bible studies. My parents even hosted like college level Bible study courses at our house for a good chunk of my childhood. And even when I was like more agnostic in high school, I still believed in God. Like I believed that there was a God, a greater being of the universe, and that, everything's connected and has a purpose. And when I got to college, I decided that I wanted to start going to one of the college Bible studies at a local church. And I went to go get a new Bible that had margins so that I could take notes, because I really wanted to get closer to my faith and become, a better follower of God. And while I was at the bookstore, there was also a copy of the Quran sitting on the shelf. And I remember thinking to myself, oh, well, that's the same God. Like, I would love to read this someday and understand how other people think and what they believe. Foreshadowing. So I take it home and I don't read it for a year. A full year. I was like, nope, I'm focused on the Bible. I'm Christian. I want to have a very thorough understanding of the Bible before I read the Quran. Because I was going to read it as an outsider, just to understand what other people think, And so in that year, I was just really focused on the Bible, and I was going to church a lot. I was going to youth group every week. I was reading a lot on my own. I was taking notes. I was watching lectures online. I was reading theology papers, the whole thing. And every now and then there would just be something I would read or come across, or something someone would say in a sermon, and I would just be like, I don't know about that. And it's anyone who's gone through, doubting your faith, it's very frustrating. It's stressful, because you're no, I believe, but I just don't understand this thing. And so every time I would have those moments of doubts, I would literally just take a minute, breathe, and I would pray. And I would pray something very specific. I never read it anywhere. I didn't hear it anywhere. It just came naturally. I would use these very specific words. I would start by being thankful. I would tell God, literally, thank you for everything that you've given to me. I have so many blessings. Thank you. Thank you for all of them. Then I would say, by the way, you're the only one that I want to worship. I don't want to go to anything else. I don't want to leave you. I don't want to leave God. Whatever you tell me goes. So I don't want to worship anyone else. I'm not asking for help from anyone else. I would ask to be guided and to be kept on a straight path. And finally, I would ask to not let me go astray, and don't let me become a hypocrite. Y'all, this was my prayer for a year. It just came naturally. Sometimes it was in a different order, but it was definitely in that exact order at least a few times, with those exact words almost every time. And I would be praying this prayer at one point every day. Genuinely, every day. Fast forward to about a year ago, I'm sitting in my bed praying, and I just get this feeling that's go read the Quran. You've had it on your shelf for a year now. It's time to go read it. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll go do that. So I go and I get the copy that I had, and I read the little introduction to the translation, about the translator, and a little bit intro to Islam. And I was like, this is so cool. Oh my gosh. And then I opened it up to the first 7 verses, Al-Fatiha, and if you're Muslim, then you probably already picked up on this with what I already said, but if you're not, this is the opening to the Quran in English. In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, most merciful, all praises for Allah, the Lord of all worlds, the most compassionate, most merciful, master of the day of judgment. You alone we worship, and you alone we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those you are displeased with, or those who are astray. Ameen. And I literally remember sitting there after reading this, and the moment that it clicked in my brain that I'd already been praying this for a year, I'm not even exaggerating when I say it felt like a piece of my soul clicked into place. It felt so right, and I literally just remember that same moment that click happened, the same feeling that told me to read the Quran said, you want a guidance? This is it. And I started crying. I tried to get up to walk to a different room or something, and I literally couldn't stand. I fell to the ground, and I put my face on the ground how Muslims pray. And at the time, I did not know that that's how Muslims prayed, and I literally couldn't speak. The only thing that I could kind of get out of my mouth was thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, over and over again. And yeah, so within 7 lines of the Quran, I knew I was Muslim, and I finished reading the whole Quran in English in about 3 months, and then I took my Shahada right before Ramadan, and yeah, it's been a year now, and oh my gosh, yes, that's my story, that's how I became Muslim. And in those 3 months that I spent reading the Quran, like, let me just say, I was blown away. I mean, I had things, literally questions I had since I was 7 years old answered for me. It felt like reading what I'd already believed. Like, basically, it was just all like, oh, I was Muslim my whole life and I didn't even know it. I also didn't know this at the time, but like, that prayer, Al-Fatiha, if you're doing all 5 prayers for the day and like with all the repetitions, you pray it a minimum of 17 times a day. And I had already been praying it basically daily before without even knowing. So yeah, I think, yeah, I'm so grateful that this is my story too, because, you know, like as Muslims, like making sure you do salah on time and like your focus can be really difficult. So it's such a blessing that like literally if I don't feel very, you know, focused in my prayer, I literally just get to slow down during Al-Fatiha and basically relive the moment that I realized I was Muslim. And yeah, I'll never get over it. I'll never shut up about it. Oof, it got a lot darker out. But that's my story. I am so genuinely blessed to be Muslim now. Like, it has improved my life so much in so many ways. And yeah, to anyone watching this, may Allah bless you and your family, and I hope you have a wonderful day.